All right, it's about 2 o'clock in the morning. We're headed out to Cincinnati. Start off Yellowstone 2022. There's Roy A. in his van. Gonna go pick up Jason. Get this thing started off. All right, we're in Lexington now. About 3 o'clock in the morning. Waiting on Jason to get out.
Heading north to get on the airplane. It's I think old Cuz is calling this one Big Stones 2022. Out.
6:20 in the morning. Heading first flight at the Yellowstone. We'll check back in when we land in Minneapolis, but we're gonna call this one Big Stones 2022. Alright, so landed Bozeman Airport. It is Saturday around 11:30-ish. We're just waiting on Joey to land from Little Rock. Got the van. Then we'll be heading towards the entrance of Yellowstone to get in our room for the night. See in there behind there's the airport. Pretty smoky. Several forest fires out here right now, but we'll check back in later. WH Big Stones 22 out. Well, good evening, everybody. It's the end of day one. We made it to we've been on the road all day long. We made it to our cabin here just outside of Yellowstone. Beautiful little place. If you ever get a chance, I wish everybody could come out here and see it. But anyway, I just gave you a little brief look at where we're staying at in the day one. All right, it's Sunday, September 4th. Just came in the east entrance. We're really just riding around today. Gonna make the loop up around Lamar Valley, head down towards the Tetons, but such a beautiful sight. That's Yellowstone Lake in behind me. We should be coming up on our trailhead for tomorrow, somewhere over in here. We'll drive around here in a minute and look at it. But just it's pretty crazy sights. 1988 forest fire, looks like burned a lot of stuff still laying around, but regardless, it's beautiful. Got the Mount Sheridan out there in the background. Got everybody out getting pictures. We'll check back in a little bit. WH Big Stones 22 out. All right, checking back in at the entrance to Grand Teton National Park. Got a busload of people coming, so I'm gonna have to check back in a little later. WH Big Stones 22 out. All right, checking back in here. Entered Teton National Park.
Pretty wild, this lake that we're stopped at. When Mom and Dad were out here a few years back, that was a lake. It's all dried up. I believe that's some of the Tetons right out there, starting into that range of them. But anyway, we'll check back in a little bit. Grand Teton National Park here. Got T-Roy. He's
Day 4 or day 2.
Day 2.
September 4th.
September 4th. That's Sunday. We're getting ready to turn around, but we've got just a beautiful view of the Tetons here. It's just pretty unbelievable. Just hard to imagine.
Yeah, there's still some snow.
We'll check back in here in just a little bit, but WH Big Stones 22. We're out. All right, made a quick stop here at Lewis Falls and into the south entrance of Yellowstone. Monday morning, the 5th September, loading the van up to leave Abroska Mountain Lodge. We're going to stop down here at the lodge, get a little bit of breakfast, but there's our cabin in behind us. Figured I'd do a little tour of it so everybody see what we kind of stayed in the last couple days. Pretty nice little setup, really. There's where I slept, bathroom. Bunk beds there, Dad and Joey. Refrigerator. Ready to go.
About showtime.
Does this need to go back
Troy's,
here?
Susie's cabin.
I need to get my. I don't
Yep.
know where the keys.
We'll check back in later. WH Big Stones 22 out. Alright, showtime. WH 22 Big Stones at the 9 Mile Trailhead. Loaded. When I say loaded, I mean loaded. You can see mine sticking up. There's Troy walking to me. He's leaned backwards. He's having a hard time. There's Dad over there trying to find something you can guarantee. An ultralight right is getting loaded up. We'll check, we got about 5 miles today to our campsite. So we'll check back in along the trail and let you know how we're doing. WH Big Stones 22 out.
Better make sure I got my lens covered. Yep.
Getting going here. Just walked in on a 9-mile trailhead. Be all along the east side of Yellowstone Lake for the next 2 days, really. So we'll see you down the trail.
You alright through here, Jeff?
Huh?
I said, you alright through here?
Well, I mean, I don't know which other way to go except the other. Do you?
No.
Yeah, Bear. I just think when you get in this, you gotta go slow, myself.
I can buy Chris up.
Hey, Bear.
Pretty good bird, dude.
Hey, Bear.
Yep. 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 There. Yep.
Yeah, first good creek crossing, Joey's gonna try to do a little fly fishing. Us old son bitches are gonna rest. Getting ready to cross the creek. I'm in the middle of it. Got my shoes around my neck. Water shoes on. There's where we're heading after we dry our feet off.
There you go.
It's gonna
Out
be
there,
content.
day 1. 3WH. Big stones to carry this weight out.
Let's see, we're heading to our campsite for the first night. Heading down to the lake shore. We're gonna go south about 150 yards to 5E8. That'd be pretty good. Pretty good little site. We'll check back in. Jason and Troy walking up the Yellowstone Lake shoreline, heading to our campsite.
Heck of a sight. Back that direction's where we started. Here comes Joey down, getting ready to get on the shoreline. It's pretty awesome.
All right, getting near the end of day one. Sun just went down. About a beautiful campsite. We'll hopefully get a good night's rest, and we got a long day tomorrow, about 10.5 miles, so we need all the rest we can get. I was going to show you our campsite. Kind of walk down this trail. There's the other three idiots.
Big stone.
Big stones. There's 2 tents. That's Dad and Joey, me, and then Troy. See all the poles out over there? That's Troy. Anybody got anything you want to say? Or?
Beautiful place.
It's the best campsite I've ever seen. That's the quickest sunset I've ever seen. Yeah.
Well, that's right. All right, so we'll check back in the morning. We're going to eat a big breakfast and get back after it. It's WWH Big Stones 22. Good night. All right, good morning. Packed up, heading out south into the thoroughfare. Big mileage day, about 10.5 miles a day, but just show you 5E9, which is coming from 9 Mile Trailhead, or that's the way we came. You can get here different ways, but 5E9, great campsite. Just beautiful views of Yellowstone Lake. Good little cook and set area. We got several campsite areas. We camped up that way about 100 yards under some trees. Good flat area. Highly recommend 5E9 to those that are coming down the trail.
Get up! Come around this bend, bear. What's this straight? Answer your question.
Oh, what we got here? Bear scat. That answers the question, does a bear shit in the woods?
I'd say yeah, I'll agree.
Hey, bear!
Back away. Gotta go live down here.
Almost a mile and a half from 5E1 campsite, but coming through this meadow, you can see out into the thoroughfare real good there.
Hey, bear.
Go, bear! Pretty. All right, just 5E1. It's right getting into the thoroughfare. A good campsite. Good cook area. Fire pit. The only problem, there's not a lot of tent area. You know, 100 yards away from the cook area, depending on which way the wind's blowing. That way is just kind of a big bluff and a lot of down trees, so we're tucked in probably a little closer than should, but that's where most people have been hiking. But the view is really just incredible. We're sitting here watching the sunset as we speak, so good site. I would recommend it, just not for a large group.
His campsite, second night.
All right, Wednesday morning, we just left our campsite and we're on the bank of Beaver Dam Creek. Washed some socks and underwear, all that good stuff, and getting ready to take off on about 9 miles today. But just a beautiful little creek stream we're sitting on, and Joey's getting ready to fly fish, but just show everybody a little bit of what we're seeing. Everybody getting their stuff together. And we're going across right there and get on the trail. So we'll check back in down the way a little bit. Triple WH Big Stones 22 out. Hey, bear! Hey, bear! Well, we made it to the Yellowstone River. Beautiful. We've got to cross this today, which sends us back north. So we're the furthest south that we need to be. But we're trying to figure out where we got to cross to hit the other trail. And we haven't done that yet. More to come. Crossing the mighty Yellowstone.
Together, I can take the lead.
What do you think?
Done a lot of good to really pan thing up.
That's right. That's our third night. We made it to camp a couple hours ago, 6B3. Just going to show you guys around. Out way out there's the lake. But here's 6B3's right on the lake. Walk around here. Show you where the guys are camping tonight. There's Jason's tent. Like there's Roy, Joey, again. There's my tent. I'm gonna take you up front here in a minute and show you what view we've got looking out over the water.
Backpacker's pantry. I like Mountain House.
Coming back with you here. I'm going to show you our view that we've got tonight. You look over in that direction. That's where we started at this morning. Come all the way around. I don't know. I think it's about 9 miles. Can't really show you everything. Come through. There's our water hanging. Some guys sitting around. We got a campfire going. Anyway, we started on our first day through there. So we're about halfway. I think we're in about 24, 25 miles. W3H, Big Stone.
Okay, it's the end of day 3. We're right on Yellowstone Lake. Tell you what, it's really beautiful here. We did about 9 miles today. Forged the Yellowstone River and forged another little creek. I can't remember the name of it. Joey fished all of them. Caught a little trout the very first day he was fishing, but anyway, I'm going to show you over my shoulder here. I showed you a little bit from up top a while ago, but anyway, this is the view down next to the water. Okay, back with you. Flipped it back around. Here's our view. Yellowstone 2022. We were on that side of the lake yesterday, like I said, and walked all the way around this morning to our campsite. 9 miles and some change. Did you hear that moose? Hope I got that. Hope I got that moose.
Sunrise, day 4. Beautiful campsite.
Day 4, still at the campsite. Getting ready to hit the trail. Boys are just having a little breakfast, sitting around talking about the. Show you this. That's what you call a pack explosion. And that's what we come for right here.
All right, it's Thursday morning. Fixing to head out of camp, but give everybody just a quick rundown of our site for last night. This is 6E3. Beautiful view of the west side of Yellowstone Lake. Looking out over the lake, can see the meadows on that east side. Just give you a quick rundown of the site. I highly recommend it. Pretty good spots for pitching a tent, and then just a good wide open area. You see up in there, that's cook area. A couple bear poles there, but they've got a bear locker as well. We stored everything in the locker last night. Just a lot more convenient. You got all your tent sites back in here. Pretty good areas to lay a tent down. Be crowded for 12 people. We had 4 in here last night, but you could pitch a tent up there closer to the lake as well, and then pit toilets right up that trail, about 30 yards. And just look out over lake here real quick. Got fire area, cook area. Really good access to water down that trail to filter right out of the lake. Then you can look at the view. It's pretty awesome view. So again, highly recommend 6E3. We'll see you down the trail. Go back. Hey, Bert. It's amazing the different scenery you get. You know, now we're just out in a big meadow. We've been through woods, we've been through burnt woods. Hey Troy, I'll help you put it in there.
Going back, look how far ahead. That's where we're going, that orange
Yeah,
marker.
Sheridan. Oh yeah, Sheridan's in the background, and there's an orange marker right straight ahead on the trail. That's where we're going back into the woods again. So just all kinds of different scenery out here. I haven't seen any of it that's ugly, except the first 3 or 4 miles. We was in the 1988 burnt trees down everywhere, but just something you can't tell in a video or a picture how pretty it is.
Probably southern point, Yellowstone Lake. A lot of work to get that in here. Yes.
All right, checking in down the trail. We're on the Trail Creek Trail. Showing us about 4.3 miles to camp, but just stopped here at this, what's the name of this creek?
Chipmunk Creek, I believe.
Chipmunk Creek. We've crossed beavers, chipmunks, and we're looking for Squirrel Creek, if anybody's seen it. But we'll check back in down the trail. Just a beautiful view behind me here. It's Triple WH, Big Stones 22, out. Hey, Bert. Hey, Bert. storm coming in here on us. Getting ready to pour the rain. I'm gonna take some cover. Check back in a minute. About 2 miles from camp though, so hopefully not so bad. All right, made it to camp Thursday. We're at 7G1 tonight. So it's coming from Yellowstone Lake towards Heart Lake, about middle of the ways or something like that. But pretty decent site. I mean, it's in these woods, and you got the big meadow surrounding you. The only complaint I would have is there's no good markings or trail to get you through all this and creek crossings, so we kind of bushwhacked our way through. Never could find a trail, but other than that, pretty different site than what we've been staying. You know, we've been on some big bluffs overlooking meadows, and then we've been on the water a lot, but this one's kind of down in the meadow. Big cook area, bear poles, and lots of good looking flat camping. Back in there some more. There's Troy gathering some wood. But all in all, pretty good site. But like I said, the bushwhacking to get back in here was a little disappointing. Well, it's Thursday around, I think it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon. We're all huddled up in our tents. Big thunderstorm rolling through here. Started hailing a little bit. Really just bored to death, so wanted to check in. All right, it's Friday morning. We're packed up from camp. Fixing to head to Heart Lake. Pretty rough day and night after we got to camp last night. Big thunderstorm, lightning, wind, actually hailed a little bit, rolled in on us, and so a lot of our stuff's a little damp this morning. Probably about 42 degrees, but everybody's holding up good. So we'll check back in on down the trail a little bit. It's WWH Big Stones 22 out. It's Friday. Looking at Outlet Lake now. We're about, I don't know, 2.5 miles in or so, heading down that way. Getting close to the CDT to take us on into Heart Lake, but it's another one of those different views. I say you're lucky you didn't have one down there last night. Up on that ridge we was sitting by.
Day 5. Made it to Heart Lake. It's everything that we thought it would be and more. So up there's the campground where we're staying. Zoom in a little bit more.
At camp the last night for the hike out in the morning. Be hiking out Heart Lake Trail. Book says it's about 9 miles. So about I think 600-700. I think is what the book said. Elevation gain right past Heart Lake Patrol Cabin. So after that, it's supposed to get pretty flat. But our campsite tonight's 8J1. Pretty decent hike off the trail, the main trail, but really nice site. Bear pole right overlooking the lake. Pretty spacious, I guess. Some sites up in there at that trail that some folks have been pitching tents in, it looks like. Nice little fire pit area. We've got our clothes and sleeping bags and stuff laid out. We were in a heck of a storm last night. Pit toilet down this trail, and then right over the hill on that trail there's a couple more sites. Looks like some horses have been using it. So and then you got this big area, which is where we're going to pitch tents tonight. So another beautiful site right here on Heart Lake.
Supper time, last night on the trail.
All right, it's Saturday morning, last pull out of here. About the book says 8.5. We're figured about 15. Just kidding. Should be about 9.5 miles. Little elevation gain when we start out, and then be flat coming on home. So it's about 27 degrees this morning. Really cold, but we're packing up and gonna hit the trail. Troy, he's probably got something to words of wisdom.
Just had been a great 6 days with 3W.
3W. All right, so we'll catch you down the trail. It's Triple WH Big Stones 2-2 out. Hey, Bert. Hey, Bert.
One last view of Heart Lake, maybe. Probably not the last, but another view. A few springs.
Coming out of Heart Lake Trail. Trying to get to the top of this son of a gun. Almost there, but it's just different landscape than we've been on. We're just on pure rocks right now, just trying to get up to the top. Check back in later.
There we go.
You did it.
Hey, keep it rolling. Get everybody. Another one down, bud.
What'd you say, Roy?
Oh, that's good shit.
I'd say this steam coming off me.
I smell you from here.
Stinky.
Good job. We need one last picture for Trailhead sign, or just?
Yeah.
Yeah, hell with it.